Stephen, another big game on Saturday at Portsmouth, another big ground, another big club. How do you stop what happened at Sunderland happening again?
I think, listen, there has to be a bit of reality, and we have to be a bit more pragmatic about how we play. You know, people have said to me, you know, you should get beat at Sunderland, size of club, size of stadium, fan base, all that, but that's not acceptable. You know, it was a poor performance, make no mistake. The players have had harsh words said to them. You know, I try and cajole them and try and be quite positive, but you know, sometimes the truth needs told. People have to step up. Our defending was really poor, and we're never getting done with numbers. We're never getting done with lack of organisation. It's a real desire to defend. You know, every goal we've got the superior numbers. So it's a case of making the game simpler for them. Maybe against probably what I really believe, but you know, needs must at the moment. And it's a case of playing in their half of the pitch, trying to get the ball forward slightly quicker to keep it away from where we concede goals, you know, in that defensive third. So, you know, there's good players here that aren't performing to where I believe they can at this moment in time. And before that, we'd lost 1 in 5, you know, and they don't get any easier. We go to Portsmouth, but there's no reason if we play to our potential that we can get a result, you know. And you start the week by telling a story to players, and you have to make them believe it. And it's a case of today, you know, that's exactly what you do. You convince them that they can win the game. You make them simplify their game. You make them more disciplined in areas that they need to be, and no risk football in areas that they need to be. And all of a sudden, it's a long way away from your goal. And we've got good players at the top end of the pitch, and we get it to them quicker. You know, that's going to be the policy. We have to get it forward a little bit quicker. But the defending has to improve. You know, it's as simple as that. As a team, as a group, the defending has to improve. And then we spent a long time on it. Everybody held their hands up and said, yeah, they all knew what they need to do better. So I've given them a roasting. I've said a few home truths, some very harsh words. And now you want to see people respond, not lie down and die. You want to see them stand up and be counted. Because when I drove back at 2 o'clock in the morning, I seen boys getting off the coach, and the support we had was tremendous, unbelievable. Even at 4-0 down, I couldn't believe it. I was almost embarrassed. And I seen them going home at 2 o'clock in the morning, probably going to their works the next day. So we owe people a performance.
Have you questioned yourself at all? Because I think you said you took responsibility as well, sort of tactically, for Tuesday night.
I question myself every day, and I hope the players and everybody else around the place questions themselves as much as I do, because I want to be better. I want everything to be a massive improvement every day. You know, tactically, it wasn't much different than what we've done for the last 5 games. You know, it was almost the exact same. You know, we just defended really poorly. You know, for the first goal, we're 3v1 in the box. For the second goal, we're 5v4 in the box. Simply mark men, not space. And, you know, it's a message that at this level, if you don't, you get punished. You know, but of course, I'm always trying to tweak things. You know, even now, we will have to try and simplify it until we get a run of results, the confidence comes back, and we get a few new bodies that can, you know, take us forward. It's a case of that. And it's not quite a magic wand. You can't wave a magic wand and get players in January that are going to improve it on our boy. We don't have 10 million to go. There's a new centre half, or a new sitting midfielder, a new goalkeeper, whatever it may be, a new right back. It doesn't matter, or forward. We don't have that, so we have to try and improve the players that are here. It's as simple as that.
It's really interesting because you seem very wedded to your style of play, a way of playing, but you're saying you're going to have to change that.
No, I won't. It's not a case of changing it. It's a case of tweaking it. There's a difference. You know, we still have exact same principles in how you press and how you play, but we need to play in their half more. You know, we've got some very good footballers. So when we land on the ball in their half, we will still play good football. But you know, the risk taking and when we're expansive, we do get caught out. You know, where when you're expansive, you need to communicate, you need to speak, and we're, as I've repeated numerous times, we're very quiet. And at the Stadium of Light, you can't get your instructions on to, you know, sort of do the talking for the players. So we have to reduce the amount of time the ball's in areas that hurt us, you know, and making mistakes in areas that hurt us. So, you know, that's not rocket science. You certainly don't need to be Pep or Jurgen to work that out. And we've got 2 good centre forwards that if we can get the ball to, you know, John O'Beek is now pushing for fitness. We give him another week. We didn't involve him on Tuesday, you know, so he may be somebody that comes into our plans for Saturday. And Cole, so let's get the ball into them, play our football from there. Defensively, we just have to, first and foremost, stop balls getting into our box, stop balls in the area, put your body on the line, and we haven't done that often enough. Simply haven't done that as a back 4, haven't done that as a midfield 3. We need to, front men have to hold the ball better. You know, everybody needs to improve a percentage. When you play teams like Sunderland, it's good enough to beat Buxton. It was good enough to beat Fleetwood. It was good enough to draw with Charlton. So, you know, if in the grand scheme of it, we are 5 points off where we need to be. We need to get 6 points in the next 3 games, and we would be exactly where we thought we would be. So it's not a mad crisis. It's embarrassing. Believe me, there's nobody more humiliated after the result than me. I take it personally. You know, I don't think I left my house for 48 hours. So we're back in, and it's a case of bouncing back again, and a positivity around the players, because they're human. They make mistakes. Some are stepping up this level for the first time, and we need to be braver, stronger, and make better decisions.
You talked about wanting and being able to pick a consistent defence, but after what happened, are you going to have to make changes there?
Yeah, it's virtually impossible. You know, if you look at the 2 league games, we've conceded an incredible amount of goals. The MK Dons game I took because I thought we actually played well. On large occasions we were poor, especially second half. And it's okay passing the ball about at 2-0 down, that's too late then. You know, you need to be brave right from the start. And yeah, of course, I'm going to have to make changes. You know, people that maybe haven't had chances might get chances. Some will play by default because we haven't got other options. So it's up to them again. As I say, we can't go and wave a magic wand. So it's up to us to try and improve players, to continually coach them, to continually work with them. And, you know, until we can either get better or the boys step up, which I believe they still can. You
missed Shane McLaughlin on Tuesday night. It will be out again?
No, he's back, isn't he? Yeah, no, it's only a 1-game ban. So Shane will definitely be back, and I think the statistics with Shane and without Shane are incredible. He does set our press off, he sets our energy off. You know, he stops the ball getting into the areas that hurt us because he presses so high up the pitch, which is brilliant. And we'll go to Portsmouth. We'll have a right go. You know, we'll press them high up the pitch, and you know, we just have to be better as a group, not just the back four, as a group defensively. And to do that, you know, the law of averages: limit the amount of time the ball's in your half of the pitch, limit the amount of chances you take. You know, we're passing the ball backwards too many times. We need to be positive and play forward. That doesn't mean to say long ball. It means play forward, play on the front foot, press on the front foot. And usually you get your rewards. We were too negative. We passed backwards too many times. We encouraged the press. And they know that. The boys are honest. You know, they don't set out to play poorly. So they're honest with themselves. As I say, they've been told the truth. Shane coming in, John Obika coming back again. You know, hopefully we've got a few more options.
How important is it to stay out of the bottom 4 going into Christmas?
I think if you told me in the last day of the season we were 5th from bottom, we'd snap your hand off right now. Where we are right now would be seen as a huge success for this football club. I believe we can be higher. I believe we can push on further when, you know, we get people playing to their capacity that we believe they can and 100% fit. But psychologically, yeah, I don't pay too much attention to the league table until when it really, really counts. Unless you're at the top of the league, you don't get promoted in December, and you certainly don't get relegated in December. So it's up to us. We're not even halfway through the season. There's 3 games left. As I say, if we can get 6 points out of the next 4 games, then we are where we should be.
And your message to the fans, many of whom would have gone to Sunderland Tuesday night, and we go into Fratton Park on Saturday. Yeah,
listen, we certainly appreciate it. You know, as I say, I felt embarrassed watching boys get off the bus and girls get off the bus at that time of morning, and we put a performance to that. So it does hurt. So believe me, it hurt the players, it hurt me, it hurt the staff. But we've had nothing but great backing. Even at 4-0 down, you know, you can hear them singing, and I can only apologise I didn't get across the clap at Buxton because it was dragged off to the TV. But again, we appreciate their support, and a great venue to go to at Pompey. The atmosphere will be incredible. You know, it'll be an even better atmosphere than the other night. It's compact. So this is all experiences that Morecambe fans have never had. I think, was it 10 years ago we were in the Conference North. There's still bits of the club that still are Conference North. We need to change that. We are trying, so all I can do is guarantee people we're working as hard as we can to bring this football club up to where we are at this moment in time.